hero here today, and who will it be? Two of the top three teams in La Liga going toe-to-toe at the Camp Nou. And as you can see, a bit of memory for the fallen Argentine writer Jorge Lopez. We'll have more on that in a moment. Will there be justice for Messi, justice for Luis Enrique? Sometimes it seems like it's just me rather than just us. Barcelona coming in 12-2-3, same record as Atletico. Goal differential, the only reason Barcelona in second, but remember, the official tiebreaker is head-to-head. These two teams will meet at the Vicente Calderón in the penultimate game of the season. This, the turning point, 18 games. Will it be Barca or Atletico? Bill Shane, Ray Hudson with you. Questions surrounding both of those stars, legends to be, and they can add to their legendary status here today.
No questioning their talent, that's for sure. And on the other side of that banister is a team stocked full of different talent, spelled T-E-A-M in the wonderful Diego Simeone way. What answer now from the man himself? Is he going to back up his coach? Well, I don't think he's got a bad bone in him in terms of turning away from Barcelona. He'll want to win for his teammates, for the club, for the socios, and we'll see if he's inspired as usual. This is as strong as a turnout for Barcelona as they could put out under their under-fire coach, Lucho Enrique, who's facing the slings and arrows in a big, big way. And who have they got come calling? Just the champions of Spain. Big, big, huge game, pressure-filled. This is what Barca's going with. It looks good.
Rakitic stepping in for the ailing Xavi. Dani Alves back out there. Piqué as well, on the verge of his 27th birthday in front of the Chilean, who has fit right in. In fact, Diego Simeone going out of his way to say even the goalkeeper can play at Barcelona. Well, Miguel Angel Moya playing pretty well for Atletico following the departure of Thibaut Courtois, and following the injury to Miranda, the young Jimenez has stepped to the fore, both back line and front, alongside Godin. Mandzukic joining Griezmann up front.
And that Griezmann has been the man who's been shining amongst all these wonderful footballers, stepping in for David Villa, of course, replacing him with a different element. It was David Silva and Costa. Now we've got this wonderful, sprightly, mercurial Frenchman in Griezmann, who's a lot more complementary to the big man up front than perhaps David Villa was. It's always a second type of forward in my books, but Griezmann, he can fade off of his front line, he can join in the midfield, be difficult to contain. And for Barcelona, Piqué looking alongside of Mascherano and going with a bit of height at the back. A lot of people thinking that they would go with the other big defender, but it's not been that way. And Marc Bartra sitting on the bench, another player that's been wonderful. Bartomeu there on the left side as we're looking at him in the spectacles under severe pressure. There's questions galore rotating around this stadium, Phil. Big rumours saying that Luis Enrique is going to be out, even if they put on a winning performance. If it doesn't convince the people in charge, they may make a move. That's all to be talked about tomorrow. We'll see.
Well, Ronald Koeman has been asked about it. Frank Rijkaard has seen his name back into the picture because he's the one who really helped launch Lionel Messi. Getting the award here, Javier Tebas, the president of the league. Charlie Reixach, the man who got his signature on a napkin, well, as well as a pretty good player in his own right.
Adored beyond all adoration, the greatest player Barcelona have ever produced. Lionel Messi receives another wonderful trophy for his Aladdin's Cave. But again, this is a pressure-filled game against an absolutely superlative team. They showed it against the world champions, Real Madrid. Arda Turan's men. They don't back down from anybody. Defensive team, but they'll take the chances going forward. They're wonderfully inventive and brilliant on set pieces.
Now a moment of silence. Barcelona reason to mourn themselves. Former goalkeeper Fernando Argila passing away this week, but this, as it has been throughout La Liga, for the victims of the terror attacks in Paris. Probably not the reaction that had been intended. Barcelona, Atletico and company now focusing in on the match ahead. Real Madrid in the somewhat comfortable role of leader, knowing that at least one of these teams will shed points today, with a win already in Real's pocket. Iniesta with questions to answer. Luis Suarez. No one has created more chances than he has in his La Liga career, but really yet to get off track. In white, Atletico quickly pushing forward, and a diving header by Mascherano denies. Lifted back to the near side, and it's Dani Alves on defense.
Typical wonderful approach from Atletico right out of the traps. Is still coming.
Ball deflected inside. Piqué slams it to the ground off his nose.
It's a typical example of what they expect. Intricate, modest play, but sharp, incisive, and then they'll go for the direct ball into big man Zukic, and the knockdowns they'll see. Well, a flock of seagulls coming out in these grey shirts in support.
Ball flicked on by Griezmann, who has proven to be much better in the air than we saw at Sociedad. Ball stripped away, poked up the middle, but behind the run.
Beautiful play by Neymar, just trying to stab that one over the top, offsides.
Flag comes up against Griezmann. Speaking of his flock of seagulls haircut, just a baby seagull at the moment, but
this Atletico Madrid team come in here, didn't lose to Barcelona all last season. They've got plenty of threats themselves. Barcelona want to keep possession and try to push this game into Atletico's back line and keep it there in typical Barcelona fashion. Busquets getting the start. He was rested in midweek. He'll be fresh. He's a big part in this game for me, Phil. And of course, Dani Alves linking up with the magic of Messi. That's a good touch.
Good example of why Busquets so valuable when he is on. Of course, the attention focuses in on scoring goals. One of the reasons why the spotlight has been on Suarez, and in all honesty, in this showdown, why it's been on Messi. You talked about the 6 matches that have been played since a Barcelona victory against Atletico. The last 3, he has yet to find the net. And he scored more goals against Atletico than any other team in La Liga, bar Sevilla. Back to Mache. Already having to step up to deny Atletico. Through ball looking for Suarez. Nice from the young teenager, Jimenez.
Unlucky. You've got to be super sharp tonight with their passing to break down this defense of Simeone. It always gets loaded all around the world, this back line, and the goalkeeper that they had last year, of course, Courtois. Moya's not doing anything wrong, but for me, it's the midfield. The midfield are so wonderful at defending. They're wonderful in attacking as well, but the structure of them is in a very strange, different sort of manner. All fully loaded with talent going in the attacking mode, but defensively, they're all knitted together like chain mail.
Piqué looking to dominate the younger Jimenez. Moya dancing off his line, then Bacca's trip inside the box, but the foul goes against Barca.
A brilliant corner in anyhow. Either way, Piqué goes for the pick and releases Suarez right behind him. There's a